Hello viewer. Today we'll be looking at some desert landscaping, and this is in a backyard. So the first thing we have here is my newest addition. It's very cheerful. I love waking up to this thing. It's little firecrackers growing on a bush. No, it's just called a firecracker bush. I planted this during a heat wave. I was certain that this was going to immediately die, but so far this is just doing great. It's really happy, sits there. I don't really water it. It just makes firecrackers. It's pretty awesome. Let's see, and then here we have a Mexican fan palm. I don't know if I'm getting this all here. Maybe. This one is small and cute. I started stripping these. They charge about $200 a foot to do that. And it's actually probably worth paying for. Honestly, it's horrible, brutal, miserable, filthy, repetitive work. But I started, I'm going to finish it. I think this is just your standard orange. I had an irrigation leak here in the spring, so it dropped all its oranges. Otherwise, the oranges would be just starting to turn orange right now. But there's really nothing on there. There might be, I thought I noticed a couple back here that hadn't, I thought all of them had dropped off. I thought I noticed a couple of little black ones back here, but nope, I don't see them anymore. Next month this should be making new blooms and starting to go again, so hopefully next year I'll have oranges. It probably doesn't hurt this thing to take a year-long break from making oranges. With the terrible droughts we've been having, we're in extreme drought again. A lot of plants that lived here for decades have been pretty badly hurt. This is a side that sun hits, so you can see how the sun just beats it. One of the things I decided to try here again is a bay laurel. So I tried one of these at my first house, and when the sun hit it, it just gave up on life. It didn't want anything to do with that. But this one should have a little relief by this wall. I'm hoping it makes it. I don't know. It actually, I would say it looks slightly less healthy than when I planted it. I got some browning on the leaves there. I'm just going to leave that alone now. For right now, I have the irrigation turned down to once every 7 days. I like to use the unpopular... I can't get this thing. That's all going to have to be edited out. Okay. What does it think it's pointing at? Okay, well, that's set on zoom, I guess. I like to use the unpopular skip day function on the irrigation system, so now it's set to every 7 days. This is a morning glory. It's supposed to be a red morning glory, but it's actually, it makes kind of purplish flowers. So it doesn't really fit in with my color scheme, which is kind of green and gold and with little orangish red accents. And you're not really supposed to grow those here, but I just thought I'd try something different. The rest of this whole wall here is firethorn. These came with the house. What was kind of nice about this house was that I'm trying to recenter this. Everything here was non-poisonous, which is pretty unusual for desert plants. Now these, I've lost 2 of them on one end and I lost 2 of them on this end. You can see this is the stick from one. I left it because it actually had one branch growing out. This last branch you can see, and it had beautiful green leaves, and they get this reddish brown color on the edges and they all die. And this, they may just be old. Look how big that trunk is. They may just be at the end of their lives. I don't know. But this one I think is going to go next. It has no berries. It has 1 berry. It's 1 berry. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with them. I suspected like maybe overwatering. All right, I'm going to have to get my gloves and pull that out of there. That might be a bird's nest. I'm gonna try some other vines here before I go back to these. I can just go to a nursery and buy these again. It's not a big deal. But I really don't love all of these berries and the birds they attract. I don't. It's just too much. There's all bird shit over here. Look at this berry load on these. They're really beautiful when they bloom in the spring, but now a lot of this wall is uncovered and it's not so great anymore. Just, yeah. And this one's also this one has a good berry load, but it has some of those questionable leaf ends that make me think the whole thing should be this very dark green color. Like this here is healthy. This here is light green. It doesn't look too good. I may expect like maybe over watering from the other side of the wall, because I had the irrigation totally turned off on these all summer. I'm going to skip over the garden because that's a whole nother subject. This is a Madagascar palm. I just wanted something vertical here, and when I went to get the plant I wanted, I couldn't find it in the store, so I got this instead. I don't really like this. It's actually a succulent, so I thought it would like the shade. I don't know. This palm tree, I don't know what is the deal with this. It's making a lot of yellow leaves. It's much taller than the other one, nearly twice as tall. But look how skinny that top part is. And still it's turning the leaves yellow. Here again, I just assume everything is overwatered. So I have the irrigation turned off now. I'm just not sure though, because I actually had a very bad irrigation leak right along here where the pipes come out. Someone had repaired there's one valve that goes to the orange, and then there's one for everything else, and someone had repaired the one, and when they tacked down this AstroTurf with like steel nails, they nailed right into the other pipe, and so the whole thing was spurting, and I think this tree was sucking off the leak, but this tree should not need much water. So why we're still turning yellow, definitely lighter green, turning yellow, looks bad, very scary. Yeah, and there should be 2 emitters here. I've only found one. I hope I have this all turned off. Anyway. I have a rosemary, just a regular rosemary. This just chugs away. This aloe is like insane. This totally goes dormant in the summer. It was just one dried up brown thing. And within 4 weeks, it multiplied into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's probably another one in the back somewhere. I mean, it's like more than exponential growth. I do like to harvest this and I fillet it like fish, and then I use it in smoothies and hot soaking baths and stuff. This is a lavender. I'm not sure how that's going to make it through the winter. I guess we'll find out. I'm hoping this stuff warms up enough that it's okay. There was just a big bush here, and I had 4 big bushes out here that were overgrown and just dead looking. They couldn't be trimmed anymore, and this is just a shrubbery rose. It has white flowers. It's really beautiful. It bloomed out all its flowers. I loved it so much. It shed all its flowers. It deadheads itself. And now it just sits there. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look bad. Here again, it's very cool now. Some of this stuff's got to make it through 2 months of cool weather. It really wilted badly in the summer heat. Again, this was kind of planted. It had just a very unexpected heat wave, way over 100 degrees. Yeah. I don't notice like any healthy new growth, but what's there kind of looks okay. I don't know. Yeah, some of the leaf ends are a little brown. And then this, I wanted a lemongrass. I had one at my house 2 houses ago, and it just went nuts, and I loved it. The dog loved it. I couldn't find it. I had to order that along with the lavender. This is the perfect time of year for planting, really like a month ago actually. But when you go into the big box stores where they have garden centers, they have all the Christmas stuff out and no plants. So yeah, good luck. Good luck finding anything. Now this is where there was another big dead bush, and I decided to go with a eucalyptus. Really wanted a eucalyptus. I want like fronds that I can just clip off and like hang in the shower. And this, I think, is a baby blue. It's like a plant. It's not really a tree. It's a gum eucalyptus. It's not the silver dollar. They have big paddle leaves like that, but they're arranged differently, almost like in a spiral shape around the branches. So, yeah, I think this is baby blue, but I'm not real sure. Here again, it's just sitting here. It was the first thing I bought, and it wasn't immediately killed, but here again we've got a lot of the edges of the leaves brown, which, you know what, it could be underwatering, it could be overwatering, you just don't know. For right now, I'm just leaving everything. This is a catgrass you might see in a grocery store. It's actually barley. It's just barley grass, and the cat will eat it. Hey, look, what is this here? What is this? What's here? What is this? All right, well, the cat used to love this. Oh, yes, he loves it. It's good. And those have nice soft leaves, so that will not cause the vomiting effect that grass would normally have. It's just good. It's healthy. It's good stuff. Probably could put it in smoothies, too. That stuff actually is the best crop I've had in a long time. So this lemon tree, I've kind of moved this too many times. It was over in the corner, and there really wasn't room for it over there, and it was really doing bad. And it's a Lisbon lemon. It should be an easy thing to grow. It should grow in a container, and it's just terrible. It hates being touched by the sun. It just is a miserable, complaining plant. But I dug a great big hole for it. I filled it with all sorts of like compost and amendments and fertilizer, and layered in with like normal dirt. And I'm giving it another shot now. It's got like a good couple of months here to just try to put roots down, try to be happy again. Maybe in this spot it will get a little bit of relief from the sun. I might try to cover it up or something. I'm not sure. I really would love to have lemons. This should be easy lemon to grow. It's just been transplanted too many times. We'll just see what happens. I'm giving it one more chance, and that's kind of going to be it. So good luck to you, Lisbon lemon. You better stop your complaining. Now I think this is a verbenum, and that's what was where the firecracker was, where the lemon is, where the eucalyptus is, where the rose is. I had four of these. They're just huge and overgrown, so it was just kind of nothing but a ball of dead sticks if you tried to trim it. And they just had tiny, ugly leaves, and they were ugly, and yeah, that was my thing. I'm tired of like looking at this ugly stuff Let's pull some of this stuff out and get nice healthy stuff in here. So this one actually is one of the fancy 2-color ones. It has like reddish orange flowers with like yellow centers, and they got kind of like a purple one with yellow centers for the front. So the dog will actually eat this too. It smells like mint. It's more of a mint than a lemon, to me anyway. So I see a couple of flowers on there. I'm hoping they manage to open before they get eaten off again. Yeah, I'm so determined to baby this lemon that I just installed a soil meter there. I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow and I will give it a big manual bucket of water. I'm trying to go, with most plants, it's going to be a deep watering and let it dry way out. And also this with like a high pH too, or like an acidy more, I don't know what I just said, an acidy pH. So in the next couple of days after that's good and dry, I'll give it another really good drink. So that'll be taking care of that. Orange, unfortunately, I can turn that irrigation on for only 4 minutes and then it will start running out that hole into the road. So, I mean, it's just hard to give something a deep, thorough watering when the water is just running right off the yard. So, but this thing, I should be able to do a good job on. And I do see it is drying out nice. So I want that good and dry, and then I'll give it another nice deep watering. The rest of the stuff I think I'm just going to leave alone. These were zinnias, again, which are suffering from way too much transplanting. I moved them a couple times, and they're still trying to make a go of it, but yeah, that was a lot of transplanting. I just wanted zinnias, and they seem to be pretty easy to grow. They germinated right away, and if I wouldn't have transplanted them so much, I think they would look a lot better. We'll have to see what happens with them, but yeah, my main success story right now is the firecrackers. Those are so cheerful. When I wake up in the morning, the sun is hitting those, and this plant is just so green, and yeah, that I expected it to die like in 2 days, and it's ended up being my favorite plant, so I'm really happy with that so far. So I think that's going to be the end of the video now, and we'll see you next time.